The ongoing postal strike is having an impact on various sectors of the economy as well as remote communities. CTV's Scott Hurst has more on this story. Let's talk, Scott, about the fact that, as Canada Post strike continues, some big numbers being thrown around by small businesses on the cost of the strike. So what are we talking about here? How much are they hurting because of this?
Jamie, we're getting a staggering number from the Canadian Federation of Independent Business in terms of how much money small and medium-sized businesses have lost during the Canada Post strike, which is inching toward the 3-week mark. And according to the CFIB, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, it says Canadian small businesses have lost now more than $1 billion since the strike began. And that roughly breaks down to about $76 million each day, each business day. The Canadian consumers and businesses continue to take this financial hit, a lot of it through additional shipping costs, and particularly this time of year, it is often make it or break it for many small and medium-sized businesses. And according to the CFIB, in its words, saying it is Ottawa stealing Christmas, not the Grinch this year, accusing the federal government of sitting on the sidelines while these businesses suffer. Out of a survey from the Canadian Federation of Independent Business of 3,800 businesses, the strike has negatively impacted 3/4 of small businesses, and just under 70% of small business owners want the government to introduce some sort of back-to-work legislation. So that is why the CFIB, along with other retail groups, business groups, including the Retail Council of Canada, urging Ottawa to step in and impose binding arbitration or, Jamie, introduce back-to-work legislation to salvage the critical holiday shopping season, which, as we've been hearing from businesses over the past couple of weeks, Jamie, it really is a time where these 4 to 6 weeks leading up to Christmas, leading up to the holiday season, is really many businesses make so many of their margins.
Are we getting an idea of the sentiment of how Canadians are feeling about this ongoing strike as we head into the holiday time?
Jamie, it is affecting businesses to the tune of more than $1 billion, as we said, but also Canadian consumers are feeling the impacts, and we're getting some new numbers from the Angus Reid Institute. It says 7 in 10 Canadians that it polled already are feeling the effects of delays in either sending or receiving packages, and it says that number will only grow if this strike continues to drag on for several more weeks. And in terms of where Canadians stand, who do they support through all of this? It appears to be somewhat split. According to Angus Reid, about 1/3, 34% say Canada Post is right to push back on union demands, as Canada Post itself has really had a hard time business-wise over the past several years. And a similar number, slightly lower, 29%, say they stand with the union in its fight for a new contract. So, Jamie, it appears Canadians are roughly split on who they support in all of this, but many Canadians and Canadian businesses are now sounding the alarm, speaking out, saying this is negatively impacting them or their business, and we're hearing that many small businesses are losing a lot of money through all this. In the meantime, at the negotiating table, it appears the two sides remain quite far apart, with no more talks scheduled at this time.
CTV's Scott Hurst. We appreciate that report. Thank you.